Most photographers spend hours learning about shutter speed, ISO, aperture, and even more on composition. But they never ask themselves the most important question. What do I want my viewer to feel? That question changes everything, and I'm going to prove it to you today. We're going to break this down into two parts. First of all, I'll explain what I mean by photographing with intention. And then in the second part, I'm going to go to my local canal and we'll put this into practice. And I'll demonstrate how photographing with intention will transform your shots. And here's what I want you to remember. It isn't about expensive gear or complex techniques. It's just a simple shift in how you think before you press the shutter. So what exactly is photography with intention? It's simply this. Before you take any shot, decide what emotion or feeling you want to evoke in the viewer. Most of us see something that looks nice and we take a photograph. Now that's a snapshot, but when you pause and ask yourself, what am I trying to do with this picture? What feelings do I want to evoke in my viewer? How do I want somebody to feel when they see this? That's when you start creating photographs. Think about the last photograph that really stopped you in your tracks. I guarantee the photographer wasn't just documenting what was there, they were sharing how it made them feel. Now, if you're serious about taking your photography to the next level, not just technically, but more importantly, creatively, I want to invite you to book a free discovery call with me. On this call, we'll look at your work and identify what's holding you back. Then we can create a clear plan to help move you forward. We'll develop your unique vision and your unique style. The calls are completely free, but I can only take a few a month, so don't miss out and get yours booked early. You can book your call using the link in the description, but right now, let me show you taking photographs with intention in practice. Here I am at Lancaster Canal. It's mid-September, the autumn colours are just starting to come. We've got a day where there's a mixture of sunshine and cloud. I've got a 24 to 240 lens on, so very versatile. And we'll see if I can get some nice shots with autumn colours in. Now, most photographers might stop and see this scene, the lovely canal bridge, the path leading into the distance, the sunlight breaking through the trees. I'm going to grab that shot anyway. Now, that's a perfectly nice shot, but it's not a great shot. Now, I'm going to look for something that will change the entire emotional impact of this shot. I'm going to need to be patient, explore a bit, and look for exactly what is going to elevate this picture. See, when I come to the canal, what I see is a nice, serene, calming environment. And that's the emotion I want my viewers to feel when they look at my photos. So I need to find something that'll bring that out. And I've got just the thing in mind. See, I know there's a family of swans that live along this canal. And to me, swans are such a graceful, light bird. If I can get them composed in the right place in my photo, they're going to create that emotion I want of calm and serenity. I'm going to need to walk a bit. I'm going to have to be patient, see if I can find them. I found the swans feeding here. Now I need to work out how I can get a nice composition with them in my shot. So I'm just going to walk around first and check the angles. So I've been patient. They're swimming up the canal, which is what I'd like, so I can take a shot looking back, get all the colours on the bank on the other side in the frame, and hopefully the swans in my foreground. So let me try and grab that shot. I think I just got that in time, because now it's started to pour down. I'll get under this tree and find a bit of shelter. So putting the swans in my scene has done two things. Firstly, it's introduced that calmness and serenity into my photo, which is the emotion I wanted to evoke. And secondly, it's giving our eyes something to settle on, if you like, a point of focus, which makes the image more interesting, easier to look at. Now, the big difference between the two photos, it's not the gear, it's not my settings, it's I ask myself a question. What is my intention with this photo? When people look at this photo, what do I want them to feel? And that's what makes the difference. That's what gives it the impact. And this is the power of intention. It's not about dramatic locations or fantastic equipment. It's about understanding the different elements that give the emotional impact to your shot. And it's about making those decisions before you press the shutter. So how could you start applying this in your own photography? Actually, it's simpler than you think. Before you press the shutter, please ask yourself, what do I want my viewer to feel? Happy, sad, nostalgic, calm and serene like I did in this photo, excited or contemplative? Then look at your scene and identify the elements that will support the emotion that you want to evoke. It might be the way the light falls, the body language of a person, or in this case, it was the graceful movements of the swans. Sometimes you'll need to wait, or change your position, or timing. But always, if you start with the intention, you might not get exactly the shot you pictured in your head, but I guarantee you'll get something better than just a snapshot. So remember, the difference between taking a snapshot and a photograph that moves people is about what questions you ask before you press the shutter. It's not your technical skills, it's about your intention. Every time you raise your camera and get ready to press the shutter, ask yourself this: what story do I want to tell? What do I want to evoke in my viewer? Asking that simple question will transform your photography. If you want to delve deeper into developing your creative vision and learning how to see photographically, don't forget to book that free discovery call. And if you found this helpful, I'd love to see you try this technique yourself. Why not share your before and after shots on the Nifty 50 Photographers Facebook page? I check that regularly, I love seeing your work, and I'll be sure to comment. Until next time, remember, it's not about the camera, it's about the vision behind it. I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.